Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. First in the door today was Canadian Family Life. That's Tiffany from New Brunswick. We've seen this channel before. It's actually one of the fastest growing channels in the Superchat family that we've seen over the last 4 years. And one of the first channels to be monetized under the newer restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. Tiffany, ever since finding the Superchat family, has been incredibly supportive to all of us. And for that reason, I don't mind featuring her channel more than once. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. What you're going to find on the channel are a lot of grocery hauls, cooking videos, homesteading in New Brunswick, a lot of family togetherness, container gardening, as well as the occasional adventure, including where some of the shorts have been filmed that have started to do really well at 2,500, 2,800, even 5,500 views. And live streams are occasional on the channel. They usually do these about once a month. They might be stepping that up, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other, making sure we catch each other at every available opportunity. So thank you everybody for coming in. I see Drew's Adventures here from Australia. I've got quite a few names on the wheel. Butler Family Farm, along with Diamond Art Queen Established 2020, and Jennifer Ocean Homestead, also from New Brunswick, is in the house. Scratch and Pete PA is in the pole position on our Wheel of Doom. He is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube, and is incredibly supportive to all of us. Michael's Adventures is another beloved and dedicated moderator who will send his regards. He tries to be here for every stream he can be, but he works afternoons, which is most often when we stream. So he always wants us to think and know that he's thinking about us, and he'll be back on the weekend. My flock is everywhere. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know we've got quite a few more channels in the house. Jevin Richardson, of course, is here. Our dear friend Jaden will be hanging out in the background, and I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every single day, and certainly not for hours at a time whenever we stream, so I do appreciate every moment. Crystal Renee's in the house. Follow the Bradley's Fun is here, as well as Travel and Adventures with DJ, and then Wheat's Art is coming in. That's Wheat and Shaw with a special art channel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Rock Chick Beauty from the UK is here. Itchin' to Scratch UK is also in the house. The Chicken, good to see you. It's been a little while, but it's good to have you here. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I know Travel Fun 69 was here for a quick second. That's one of Jeff's channels. Most often you'll hear me talk about the idea that I run several channels. I actually started by running other people's channels when I started on YouTube. Before I started my own about a year later, I still run channels for one creator, although he's become a lot more hands-on over the course of a few years. But Travel Fun 69 is one of his biggest channels at over 70,000 subscribers now, where he does a lot of live streaming. When it's videos and editing, it's typically me helping, but when he is streaming, that's Jeff out in adventures of different types. And PJ's Homestead Adventure is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. Some of you will have noticed that YouTube was having a lot of trouble today. So there was errors like crazy. I'm going to show you something special in a quick second here. Whistle Stop Homestead, good to see you here. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up first. And I'm just going to read a question from the Chicken. Would you say it's an ideal swipe rate on shorts? Most of your 10K view videos have a rate above 55%, but you have one with 29% with 11,000 views. So that sounds to me like it's spectacularly fantastic. So forgive me, because I don't do enough shorts myself, and therefore I'm not as well versed as I wish that I was, so that I could have a better answer. But it sounds to me like you're doing spectacularly, and I could be mistaken. But any video, especially shorts, have a chance of getting hundreds or thousands of views as a boost, more so than live streams and videos. But anything over 10,000, 11,000 is great. So it's the views that we want. You can always change the title. Thumbnails we're kind of stuck with right now, but description, tags, hashtags, and all that good stuff to try to give things an extra boost. My recommendation is always to spend the time on your superstars. It's a lot easier to get an extra 100, or let's put it this way, a 10% increase in a video means that you would get an extra 100 views on a video with 1,000 views. That same 10% increase would only be 10 views on a video with 100 views. So you see what I'm saying. Most often I might recommend leaving your top 10 videos alone if you've got quite a few videos on the channel, if you're already at 50 to 100 views or more, or videos or more is what I mean to say. Not that this is what I, set in stone or anything like that. It's just something that I would recommend. And then I would take the next 10 videos and try to make them move faster, if that makes sense. Because, there's a little bit of truth to the idea of if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing, right? Drew's Adventures from the UK actually met up with this creator about a year ago. They came to Canada for a vacation. They were actually in the States for a few weeks, and then they came to Canada for a few days, and I was lucky enough to hang out with Drew's Adventures and Werner's Adventures. They're often found together. I'll talk about their content in a moment, and I want to show you something before I do. Chris and Larry Homestead is in the house, and I don't mind telling you they are expected to be the 5th creator to have come into our video series. They've agreed hopefully to be able to do an interview with me, and I'll play you some clips from the interviews that have already been recorded later today. And these are all creators that are long over 10,000 subscribers, and they've been with Superchat for a long, long time. To be fair, Chris and Larry Homestead, I think, came to us when they had 9,000 subscribers already. But they've long surpassed that now. They continue to thrive, if we want to say that. William Birding the Tires is here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead, good to have you in the house. The Servant David Show, good to see you in the house. That is a creator that wants to inspire us in a spiritual way. Hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody. Hugo Homestead is one of the first ever homesteading channels to come into the Tuberchat family about 3 years ago, so it's good to see you always. And Jesse Miller, Unboxings and More, is also in the house, an incredibly supportive creator. The Bud Files and Chris's Clever Craft are two of our longest standing members. You can tell by those pink membership badges. Those change color after a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, and more. And then, thank you, Drew's Adventures. I'm going to talk about your content in a second. I'm just getting through the introductions, and I got one thing I want to talk about before we get to channels. Just a little trick for everybody. So, thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. They've always got interesting news for us. So their birthday's coming up. Mr. Fulton Mraz has been a friend of mine for what's getting on about 5 years now, as a matter of fact, since before Tuberchat was even a thought. So I wanted to show you a website. Forgive me, we'll get back to Drew's Adventures in a second. This is downdetector.com, and they have different versions for different countries as well. I'm in Canada, so I use my local one. What happens here is you'll see a lot of popular online services: Minecraft, Wix, Airbnb, EA, T-Mobile, YouTube, and all kinds of other very big services. Even AOL is still there, Instagram, Twitter. And what this does, this website will tell you when you're having problem with a service, if it's them or if it's you. So YouTube had monster trouble earlier today, and it was kind of all across YouTube, it seems. We're getting complaints all over the place, and we actually couldn't stream. We tried to stream a few hours ago, so I appreciate everybody's patience with that. But often when we get into an online service like YouTube or anything else, you get frustrated with all the errors and things just don't seem to work, and you don't know if it's your internet or if it's the service. So if you go on this website, and they have an app for your phone as well, this can give you an idea if it's them or you, and I find it very helpful, so I thought I'd share that again today for anybody that hasn't already seen it. So yes, thank you everybody for those thumbs up as well. Now we're looking at Drew's Adventures, the first channel selected from our Wheel of Doom. This is somebody I met up with a few months ago. Drew's Adventures is often found with Come Hither with Heather and Werner's Adventures. These creators will often be exploring abandoned locations. I can see I'm behind with Drew's content, but I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put that into a special playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. I call that my catch-up list. And then this creator's monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Over 1,400 subscribers now, so we'd like to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,500 they're thinking about. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 5,600, even 7,900 views, and they've got a little bit of variety, including a ride on the hornblower from Niagara Falls, Canada when they came to visit. And then live streams on the channel are occasional as well. They bring these out either once a month or every few weeks, but we've always got to get our notification bells on so that we can catch each other as often as possible. Let me spin the wheel again in a moment. I see yes, travels and gardening with DJ. Pardon me, I called your name wrong earlier. And then Coastal Waters in the house, another longtime member, her and her husband, Backlash Fisherman. I'll spin the wheel in a second here. And we'll see which channel is going to come up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then William Birding the Tires still in the house, and we're looking at AceFlaw1. So this is a creator who's been with me for about 5 years as well. And the way that works is I had already been on YouTube for a couple of years. I started, like I said, by running other people's channels, but a year later I started my own. I have a personal channel. I just do all kinds of variety over there. And I was introduced after a couple of years to a lot of small YouTubers, as we like to call ourselves, that were incredibly supportive to each other. And it felt to me like the first day of college where somebody might grab you and say, hey, come with me, I'm going to introduce you to all my friends, we're going to go to a party, and everybody supports everybody, and it's really, really cool. And I was overwhelmed by the generosity that I found in this community willing to support each other. And AceFlaw1 is one of the first creators I met in that group. They're still here with us today after 720 episodes of Tuber Chat, if you can believe it. Like I said, this creator's been a friend for about 5 years. Now, AceFlaw1 does travel content. He posts occasionally, usually a video every couple of months. He recently took a trip to Italy. He's got a lot of other travel-based content on the channel. Shorts, like most creators, bring a lot of variety, and regardless of category or niche, a lot of creators are doing this kind of thing. He's got one at 1,600 views, which is great to see. And we would love to push him towards the 5,000 subscribers we know that he's thinking about. JD Knight 7 is in the house. Good to see you here. That is Jeremy D-Day with another channel. I believe he's got a membership right now as well. So I'll put him on the wheel. And we'll spin, and we'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Butler Family Farm, what's happening for dinner today on 116 acres of farmland? I'm curious if honey is included or if that's something that comes later. I still have a lot to learn. Wheat's art is up on the screen right now. This is Wheat and Shaw But this is a special art-based channel from this creator where they feature not only the art that they make, but also the tools that they use to make such art. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. 153 subscribers right now. We'd like to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 we know they're thinking about. I'm going to grab one of their latest videos here and put this into that special playlist I keep talking about. I'm going to look at the shorts videos here, and you get an idea that these are moving. One of them's got 2,900 views, which is great to see. And then I'm just going to show you their other channel. This is going to bring us a lot of fun and comedy. It can be a little bit edgy, but when we get to the channel, we see that they post frequently, usually at least once a week or close to it. They've got some shorts on the channel that have gotten into 3,900, 5,000 views over here. Live streams are frequent as well, and this gives us a chance to hang out with Wheat and Shaw and Wheat's art. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Wheat and Shaw's got 650 right now. We'd like to push them towards the 700 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. I did see Home Bartending with John has come in. He's going to teach us how to make some of the most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. I'm going to put them on the wheel. I'm going to spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Jennifer Ocean Homestead is coming up right now. There's another creator from New Brunswick, a fellow Canadian, and they often bring us into their greenhouse. They've got a lot of outdoor content. They do an incredible job of organizing their garden, which I personally think can be fun. I've become better over a lifetime at organizing and things like that. Still not great, but I'm always inspired to see people who do a really good job. That's one of the things you'll get here. Jennifer Ocean Homestead mostly brings outdoor content, occasionally inside, but you get an idea from the thumbnails of what to expect over here. We've got a big homesteading chunk of channels in the Superchat family, if we want to put it that way. That started many years ago and continues to grow today. Look at some of these shorts videos that have done well also, though, getting into 2,000, 5,300, 7,200 views, even 10,000 views on one of these. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jennifer Ocean Homestead. They're here for just about every stream as well. I know not everybody can be, so I certainly appreciate it when somebody is here as often as they are. They got 329 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 400 we know that they're thinking about. Right, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, good to see you in the house. Rock Chick Beauty is dropping a super chat, so we're going to put them onto the screen right away. And then Chris and Larry Homestead, thank you for that highlighted milestone message. I'll be in touch again shortly to hopefully lock down a day where we can get together and do an interview behind the scenes. I record and then I'll put them up as premieres. The first one of those is already up with featuring 2 pineapples, and the next one is actually going to be a mutual friend with Rock Chick Beauty. We're going to talk to Moz6510 Models from the UK, and that video is already published and ready as a premiere to drop in about 2 weeks. Vanessa, Angel Rose Designs, never late. I'm always happy for every moment everybody can spend, so thank you for coming in. And when we look at Rock Chick Beauty, we see another creator who's been with us almost from the beginning of TuberChat. This creator started about 4 years ago, but they reset and restarted their channel about 3.5 years ago. And the idea is, could you come back stronger and more solidly the second time around? And you can see that that's what Oriane has done with this channel. Every video gets its own thumbnail with a professional look, but these bright, bold headshots will make her recognizable, and I believe that will pay off for branding for her over the long haul. I'm just going to grab her latest video. She put this out a couple of days ago. I'm going to get that into my special playlist there. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then she's got some shorts over here that have gotten into 2,100, 2,900 views. A little bit of variety there, but most of it's in line with her regular content. She talks about all things alternative. So she started with makeup and beauty and has expanded into more product reviews and even sponsored videos on the channel. Live streams are occasional. She's usually on about once a month. She might be stepping that up to once every couple of weeks. So I'm sorry I missed that yesterday. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. Of course, I ended up lucky enough to be able to be with family yesterday. And then Four Corners Custom Products. Thank you for another super chat. Both Rock Chick Beauty and Four Corners Custom Products have both done that countless times before, and like I said, we always put super chatters on the screen as soon as that happens, so we'll look at their channel right now. Thank you both for the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. Destination Fun is in the house. Gloria's Platter is here as well. Thank you both for coming in. They're both longtime friends. Pardon me. Follow Alaska is here. They just met us a couple of months ago, but it's great to have you back. And then Perfect Queen 33, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, YouTube does a great job of taking subscriptions away from time to time. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Just Jason Keto and more. I'm looking forward to looking at his channel because I got a recommendation today from him for something that's coming up, and I can't wait to talk about it. We'll leave that for when his channel comes up. And then, again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everyone. Four Corners Custom Products I'm going to talk about in a second here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Lately, Four Corners Custom Products has been bringing us some spiritual inspiration. So I'm going to grab one of their videos from a couple weeks ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. But typically, Four Corners Custom Products prints a lot of different merchandise. Anything from hats to mugs to shirts to pins to vinyl stickers, just about anything that can be printed. So it's great that we have a channel like this that will give us a behind-the-scenes look at how a lot of the merchandise is made, but then as well we can use them as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for our own channels and the businesses behind them. Tori's Brain, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And when we look at, yes, thank you, Travels and Gardening with DJ. I see that you've changed the name for the channel and that's new, so I'll try to make sure I get that right the next time I read that, Travels and Gardening with DJ. So Four Corners Custom Products is on the screen. They've got some shorts here, 4,800, 5,100, and those will continue to move as they post more and more. Live streams as well. Sometimes they are showing us a behind-the-scenes look at the merchandise being made, and then they've got a little bit of variety in there as well. But they're longtime friends. Four Corners Custom Products has been with us for at least a couple of years. It could be getting on 3 years now. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, we love to push them towards the 4,700 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. Roadkill Gaming Jory is in the house. They got video gameplay. I'm going to put them onto the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Next up, we're going to see the 5th contender for our interview series. And this is a set of interviews that all last between an hour and 2 hours. Every one of the guests is a longtime friend of Tuber Chat, and every one of the channels that are featured has long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course, but I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well. Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what
I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight. And the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at the 4,000, when you're at 4,000 subscribers, aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that, instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we are just about back, and hopefully everybody's been enjoying those clips that we've been playing throughout the live streams here. Those are very short 3-minute segments of conversations that have gone on between an hour and 2 hours. There is a ton of information, and I promise you we got a lot more gold out of those conversations than I even hoped for. So we've got 4 episodes already recorded. 2 of them have been published. One is ready to drop as a premiere in a couple of weeks. And then I've got 2 more recorded, ready to edit. And Chris and Larry Homestead, who is on the screen right now, is expected to be the featured channel in our 5th episode. In fairness, they actually came to us when they already had about 9,000 subscribers, if I remember correctly. And now they have almost doubled that number at 17,500, if you can imagine. So we're looking forward to some insight as to how they continue to grow and how they got to where they are. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I also found out, after knowing them for a long time, that they do a lot of merchandise themselves as well. So they got quite a collection. They are a very busy family. I believe it's a family of 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, a Christian family of 10. Homeschooling and homesteading their way through life in northern Arizona. I see they've got another couple of videos, so I'm going to take one of their latest creative tips videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. And then you get an idea of some of the ideas that they're doing on their channel. A lot of indoor content here, but also outdoors because it is a homesteading channel. And then when we get into shorts, we see more variety with 5,800, 8,100 views on a couple of these. Live streams are occasional. It's been a little while, but we'll be looking forward to more. We've got the notification bell on for every single channel that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well, if that makes sense. Fanatic Guide, a long time friend. I think they've been with us well beyond 3 years now. They might have been with us. I think Fanatic Guide have been with us since almost the beginning of Superchat, as a matter of fact. They might have been a friend of ours since almost 4 years now. And let's spin the wheel here, and we'll see who's coming up next. So it looks like it's going to be Scratch and PPA, one of the most supportive creators that I have met in my YouTube journey of what now is getting beyond 7 years. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Just over 3 years. Yes, it's interesting, Fanatic Guide. Hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I literally start to lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on. Yeah, the wheel is liking Scratch and PPA lately. He was chosen first the other day as well, but believe me, he knows what it's like to wait 2.5 hours and close to 3 hours. I think his channel's been picked both first and last many times before. I see the Stock Explorer, who's also here as a member and a moderator. They're on the wheel, of course. And we'll get back to spinning in a second. So Scratch and PPA brings an interesting twist to lottery ticket scratching. He pits 2 tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook. Which, of course, I do. It sets this series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, without fail and perfect consistency for over 3 years. It's getting on 3.5 years now. And if you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Garden State Gardener, the Stock Explorer, Hilda DC, and a couple of others. And it is very fast paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. He will premiere tomorrow at 12:15 Eastern, of course. And then Scratchin' PPA has also had presentation at the forefront of his mind ever since he first contemplated what he was going to do and then did it. I knew him as PA before he started his channel as Scratchin' PA. He updates his banner every single week, if you can imagine that. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video over 3.5 years ago. His bright, bold avatar is matched by the thumbnails, which include content and a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. And he recently expanded the content on the channel as well. This year he took a trip to Italy and brought us his very first live stream. He's promised there will be more at some point, and then he brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts videos for the areas he visited while he was in Italy, and some Italian lottery tickets to go along with it. So I know a lot of people will be excited to know that Scratchin' PPA has expanded the content on his channel. He's also monetized, of course, with super chats, super thanks, and super stickers available to support him with tomorrow. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's known as a shining jewel here in the Superchat family. We all understand that Superchat couldn't be what it is at all if it wasn't for the help of Scratchin' PPA. As a matter of fact, he's there in our copyright-free music channel as well, tirelessly helping to get that channel, which is now monetized, but working on the 4,000 hours of watch time and already close because of a few friends that are over there constantly, Jesse Miller, Just Jason Keto and more, as well as Michael's Adventures, Scratchin' PPA, of course, and our dear friend Jaden, and many others. I don't mean to leave anybody out, but these guys are there an unbelievable amount of time, for which I'm grateful. Scratchin' PPA is somebody who supports every single thing that I do on every single channel that I touch. I have no choice but to literally shake my head every day and thank God and wonder how I could be so lucky to have a friend like this. But anybody here in the Superchat family that has already spent any amount of time with Scratchin' PPA in any live chat or on his channel will also say that he's one of their most supportive creators as well. So I'm going to talk about Butler Family Farm in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yes, Gloria's Platter's been over there many times as well, the Stock Explorer. Most people here in the Superchat family have been over in the music channel, and I know a lot of people go over there and help and run it when I'm not there, and I haven't seen sometimes people coming in and out and all the time people have spent, but we know by the views afterwards and the watch hours, the way that they literally have skyrocketed over the last many months, how much help is being given. So I always appreciate that. And for anybody that hasn't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel for that, but all that music is also published on every major music platform, including iTunes, Amazon, Deezer, Spotify, and everywhere else. So, Butler Family Farm, 116 acres of homesteading and farming goodness is on this channel, including beef for dinner today. And Butler Family Farm has got quite a bit of livestock over there and over 1,000 videos now. So they have got cattle, goats, horses, donkeys, llamas, chickens, and cats and dogs, as well as bees on the farm. And these creators post frequently. They're usually posting at least a couple of times a week. They got a brand new video here from today, I think. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them or get caught up with them. Butler Family Farm is Jerry and Susan. They share the camera work over here, and they show us everything that it takes to look after 116 acres of farmland, both outdoors and indoors, including in the shop. Jerry's often working in there. They also head out long distances for a lot of in real life meetups, and they also do a lot of StreamYard panels. So you are introduced to other channels of all types on their channel constantly. They're live every Monday. They do many more live streams than that. I joined them a couple of months ago, actually, for one of these StreamYard conversations, but you'll always meet new creators over there. And they've got a special live stream coming up in a couple of weeks, their 40-year anniversary, which we'll be happy to celebrate with them. And then they've got shorts on the channel when it comes to video content with 10,000, 12,000, and even 25,000 views. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm, everybody's BFF, another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated couple of creators and supporters. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I may not have mentioned a few channels coming in. Backyard Trucker, Marketplace Boutique, I've got you both on the wheel with Ron's Keto Cafe. Forgive me for missing anybody. And Chris's Clever Craft asks a good question there. This music that I speak of that is in the background of Tuber Chat is not in the YouTube library. They have their own music. How they acquired it and how they continue. I imagine they've bought out some artists and some record labels and stuff like that to get that music together. I still recommend it as the safest place to get copyright-free music. But the stuff that we have here, I actually own. So there are more than 60 track nows. I've got a lot more music ready to go. It just hasn't been published yet. But this is all music that, like, I had ghost produced, we call it. So you know what a ghost writer is. When a writer will hire somebody to help them with a book, it's the same thing with the music. But we own it all. The rights, the parts, the music, and everything else. So that's just an idea. But like I said, it's available on all major music platforms. So there's lots of different ways to run that. There are MP3 links at the bottoms of the descriptions of the earliest songs that were added to the YouTube channel, and I'll try to clean that up someday, even though I've been talking about that for a year now or so. But if you know how to scrape it out of the other music services, by all means go ahead. And our 24-hour live stream is still running right now. I probably have to change that up in a couple of weeks. The service that I use to run that server is shutting down at the beginning of next month. So you can almost see in the back corner of my office there is the computer that will be running the music channel from now on. So I'm deciding what we're going to do about that. But we own all of that music 100%. So thank you for asking. By the way, Chia Tortilla, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. It's late for them, but I always appreciate every moment that anybody can spend here, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello and give that thumbs up. The Stock Explorer, another incredibly supportive creator, somebody who I've built up quite a friendship with over a long period of time now. They've been with us almost from the beginning of Tuber Chat. It's getting on 4 years now, and Nora is the Stock Explorer, the creator behind this channel. They are somebody who cares very much about the YouTube journey, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, and their own audience. The Stock Explorer is working on 2,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone right now. And then when we look at their channel, we know that they want to talk to us about the stock markets more than anything else. They touch on crypto here and there, but they do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading. Sometimes you'll see variety on the channel, but most often you'll see Nora with product in hand. It's interesting sometimes to go back and look at some of the older videos just to see what they had to say, and inadvertent predictions for the future, like this NVIDIA video that I went back and watched a couple of weeks ago that talks about AI that we're all talking about every day now, which is kind of cool. The Stock Explorer is monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They got shorts on their channel, which bring pure variety. And these have gotten into 2,700, 3,900 views, and one of them still gets views. It's crossed 10,000 now, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are fairly frequent. I've been missing a few of these now. But Nora will most often lately be doing a lot of lottery ticket battle scratching with other channels. It's a cool collaboration, very fast-paced, very high energy, Very exciting, and this creator also gets involved in other StreamYard panels, which can include friendly conversation or charts and graphs when we're talking about stocks, crypto, and other things. And I've joined them on their channel once for a 2-hour conversation about YouTube. So they got a few different things that they do over here. Nora has expanded the content over a couple of years, but they've also got a second channel. Tropical Buzz is where they want to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they are growing themselves. They got 260 subscribers over here. We'd love to push them towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about, and they got a few shorts over here also, and these have started to move now into almost 700 views. Those will continue to grow, and Nora is able to post more. They happen to be in Florida as well. Backlash Fisherman, good to see you in the house. His wife Coastal Water is already on the wheel, which I'm going to spin right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So JD Knight 7 is another creator that I've been connected to since before Tuber Chat was even a thought. So we're literally talking 5 years now. He's Jeremy, the creator behind this channel, is one of the first that I was introduced to in the small YouTuber community. And again, I was overwhelmed by the generosity of these creators willing to help each other and support each other. And still to this day, 5 years later, JD Knight 7, Jeremy D-Day, is coming by as often as he can, often for every stream, which I really appreciate because I know everybody, it's been pop-up streams lately. I haven't been publishing in advance. That's just to try to calm down some of the overwhelming days that we've had lately, but this seems to be working out. So we always mix our streams up different days and times, but like I said, JD Knight 7's been there from the long before the beginning. So when we look at this original channel from this creator, we see album reviews, album rankings, music, shorts, and much more. He posts frequently, and some of the shorts have done spectacularly well. 100,000, 350,000, 460,000, and then when we get into live streams, those are tests. But we'll look at Jeremy D-Day's newer and second channel. I think he just hit 1,000 subscribers too, right? Yes, you put a post out. So I'm just going to grab his latest video as well. I'll put that into my catch-up list. But yes, he just passed his 1,000 subscribers, which is great to see. There it is right there. So just a few days ago. So I know we're very excited to see this creator hitting exciting milestones like that for the second time. Live streams over here are tests as well. Shorts on this channel have moved into 27,000, 68,000 views. And over here he does a lot more variety. So some blogging, NFL, jersey collecting. He's from Wisconsin. He'll do review shorts, vlogs, and much more. And hopefully everybody will connect with Jeremy D-Day and JD Knight 7 on both of his channels. We'd like to get this one up to the 1,100 we know he's thinking about. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We got another channel ready to go. We're going to take another break now for about 3.5 minutes. We'll make this one a short one. We'll come back with a channel that I've got something special to talk about. Just Jason Keto and more is next. All right, we're just about back and going to talk about Just Jason Keto and more. So I got something special to talk about with this channel. We'll get to that in a quick minute. But Just Jason Keto and more wants to talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living, especially when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. So what I'm going to try to avoid is telling you the story about the Rice Krispie treats that everybody's talking about in the chat now, where every Friday for a couple of months, I was taking my father shopping on Friday mornings, and because I wouldn't eat very much before we'd go out, I would grab a Rice Krispie treat, but the big, huge one from the grocery store that I would eat on the ride back after shopping before figuring out what on earth I was actually going to eat. And that went on for a very long time. It's a horrible time to tell that story, but since you guys are talking about Rice Krispie treats, remind me not to mention it. So Just Jason Keto and more is going to talk to us about much healthier alternatives to things like that, with Chaffles being a star of the show a lot of the time. This creator's done some branding recently with their avatar, as well as their banner, as well as some merchandise where they feature some cartoon Chaffle characters. And if you haven't seen what a Chaffle is yet, I'll direct you to Just Jason Keto and More's channel to have a look. But what I can tell you is that any recipe at all on this channel, he's got tons of them, feature only a few ingredients, fast, easy to make, and most of the stuff you're going to probably have in the pantry or the fridge already anyway. So he's posting frequently, usually a couple times a week as a minimum. He's done a lot of Chaffle recipes lately, but he's got many more recipes on the channel. He's got product reviews, so he can help us make sense of the ingredients we're going to find on products that are marketed to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Occasionally he'll do something different, like an unboxing video, or he'll take us outdoors for an adventure. But he's also got a lot of guests that join him on his channel. And these influencers also share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, their trials, their tribulations, so that we can be inspired. And then he's got a vibrant community around his channel as well. So when you join him for premieres or live streams, we will have a lot of input when it comes to our own questions and comments in the chats. So when we look at shorts on this channel, we see he's done extremely well, with a hint here about healthy looking grilling shorts, getting into the 5,000, 6,000 views, and then one over 22,000, and I've seen that one. It's very entertaining, by the way. And then live streams. I was looking forward to this because it came up recommended today as a thumbnail, and I saw Jason on Wednesday is going to do another live stream, a cook along. He did one of these just a few weeks ago where he had a multicam setup. This is really cool because he cooked a couple of things. Just Jason Keto and More does a Thursday weekly series. Pardon me, so it's nice to see something extra coming in where he can also inspire us and show us how easy it is to make some of the things that he's been known for. As well, this creator has long passed, I was going to say they're 2,000 subscribers, but they're on the farther side towards 3,000 already at 2,600. So hopefully we can push them towards the 2,700 they're thinking about. They are an over-the-top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they're monetized now, so we can support them as well with super chats and memberships when we get there. So that's Just Jason Keto and More. They're here with us for just about every stream. They happen to be a fellow Canadian and somebody I've met up with a couple of times, as a matter of fact. And one of these days, I'm sure we'll get to a collaboration. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More right now, and I will spin the wheel and see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I haven't really been clearing out the wheel on any regular schedule over the last few streams. I've just been doing it after some period of time. So maybe what we'll do that in the next break. When we go, I'll play another clip from our interview series. We'll dance to some music for a few minutes, and before we get back, I'll clear a few names off the wheel, just so that we can move things along a little bit faster. I know sometimes our friends come in early, they say hello and can't stay. Nothing wrong with that at all. We absolutely appreciate every moment. But we always try to get to as many channels as we can that are here within the 3 hours we're usually here. So we got another couple hours to go. My Flock is Everywhere is almost 1,100 subscribers. They've been here for a long, long time with us in the Superchat family. Incredibly supportive. I often find them on other channels as well. The Amazing M&G, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Was that not your channel as well that I waved to, M&G, or is that a different M&G? I'm just curious. And then My Flock is Everywhere. When we look at this channel, we're going to see first, I always forget this. They say I remember everything, so it's a bit of a friendly warning for everyone. I'm just going to grab their latest video. A lot of these are extremely short, and they post very frequently lately. We can see a couple times a day usually. Let me see if they got anything longer. They're typically posting videos between half a minute and a couple of minutes. I think I'm going to take this one from a couple weeks ago as well. It's 14 minutes long, which is unusual for this channel, but we love to get them a couple of watch minutes there. Shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 100 views and beyond. Hopefully they'll post some more. Those will continue to grow and move. And we've got live streams on the channel as well. They're usually on a couple times a week, but I see them out supporting other creators and other live streams and chats all the time, and have for a long time. So hopefully everybody will connect with My Flock is Everywhere. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I'm not sure if I said hello to Tales Told in the Dark and Sweet Melissa. I put them both on the wheel, but I'm not sure if I actually said hello out loud. I don't mean to miss anybody, of course. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. There's an interesting fact behind this channel here, Tales Told in the Dark. This is hosted by Cassie. We know and love her from Oracles and Beyond. She's been with us for about 4 years as well, since right after the beginning of Superchat. This is a second channel for her, but this is now at 1,900 subscribers, which puts her officially on the road to 2,000. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, so that puts this channel officially on the road to 2K, of course. And they say, welcome to the land of ASMR and mythology, mythical creatures, cryptids, scary stories, history, and more. Most often, you'll find Cassie reading to us, and anybody, I'm sure, would wonder as soon as they see her content for the first time if this might be a professional voice artist, because her voice while she reads, not to mention when she does her live streams, is always warm and welcoming. When we get to shorts on this channel, we see that she's gotten into 4,600, 5,200 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So she's been known originally. She's doing oracle readings here. She's got like 1 million decks between her and her friends on Oracles and Beyond, and I'll show you that channel right now. These creators and influencers can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, and what might be to come. So here's Oracles and Beyond. It's been a while since she's posted over here, but she's taken over there with the Tales Told in the Dark channel. But you can see she's got quite a bit of content over here as well, and I know her best from these live streams where they're doing these oracle readings. So she's continued that on the other channel, but anybody would be free to connect with her on both, of course. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get to another channel a little quicker now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The Bud Files is up here right now with over 2,000 subscribers as well, and this is a family of creators, incredibly supportive of course, but what they seek to do with their channel is be more like modern day archaeologists. The idea is to uncover history, uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. The Bud Files certainly does that. They do a lot more as well. They take us to abandoned locations, ghost towns, graveyards, cemeteries, and the like. They've got a brand new video from today. I've just put that in my catch-up list there so I can catch up with them a little bit. But they post frequently, including a Way Back Wednesday series where they bring us some history. They're monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into almost 4,000 views, over 5,000 views, and over 15,000 views on one of them. They bring a lot of variety into their shorts videos, but they've also got live streams that bring even more variety. Sometimes they take us out on adventures, but they also bring us into their home. They could be singing, dancing, bowling, or playing other games, and they give us a great chance to get to know the family. They do a great job with shout out videos as well, like the 1900 shout out that they did not too long ago. Now that they passed 2,000 subscribers, I'm sure there'll be another one coming soon. This channel does a great job of keeping track of all of their supporters, all the different channels and the different things that they do. So it's worth watching those shout out videos. A lot of us in the Superchat family are featured in there regularly. Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up right now, and this is another creator who's incredibly supportive. They bring us nature and wildlife videos. If we go through the shorts videos, we might find some humorous moments actually. You can tell because some of the views on these have gone fantastic, into 6,000, 9,000, 11,000, and now over 16,000 views on a few of these. Live streams are something they've been experimenting with. You get an idea of what they're doing here with pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. They've experimented with both landscape and portrait modes. So we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to continue those. And then they post videos frequently as well. These also include those pleasing visuals and pleasing audio to go along with it. Almost an ASMR type of idea, but of course talking about nature and wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. So the creator behind this channel is Ruby. Hear us mention them by name regularly. They're now over 3,500 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 3,600 we know they're thinking about. Natural Life, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I didn't take Just Jason Keto and More off the wheel yet. So he got a double dose of luck today, but we'll spin and we'll see who's coming up next. And thank you again, everybody, for coming in, especially knowing this was a pop-up. We tried to stream earlier today, but YouTube was having a lot of hiccups, so we had to cut that and continue later on. We'll expect to be on again. I'm going to try for Thursday night. It'll be around the same time as now if I can get it done. This is going to be a really weird week for me with outdoor work. The guy that I work with is out of town until at least tomorrow, maybe until Wednesday. I'm not sure if we have any big jobs, but we've got a monster heat wave coming around the next few days. And if I'm right, let me do the calculation here. You take the Celsius number, which is going to be 31-ish. You double it, so let's say 62, and then you add 32. So you add double the Celsius number, add 32, and that is your Fahrenheit number. So if I do the math in my head here, let's just see 62 and 32, so 90 something. My dear goodness, I want to cry just saying that, because I typically work outdoors a few times a week. Some of you will remember. Now, I'm in southern Ontario. I split my time between Toronto and Niagara Falls. But some of you will remember a few years ago there was a summer, and I think it's 3 years ago, but the heat and humidity was so bad, all I did was complain for months, and there was no end to it. It kept on going beyond halfway through September. I was livid. But then, last year is the coolest summer I remember in history. And then I think the summer before that was not so terrible either. So, while I want to whine and complain as much as I always do, I'm trying to hold back a little bit and realize that it doesn't happen every year. So, yes, heat warnings are out there even today. I saw struggles because the air, at least for us, when it's that hot, it's not, it's unusual for us, and people have a hard time breathing and everything. I don't know if it's like that for everybody, you know, all over North America and all over the world, but I happen to live in an area that gets all 4 seasons, and our winters can go as low as minus 30 or 40 in extreme circumstances. We don't usually get weather over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but we can see that it can happen, and everywhere in between. So, Home Bartending with John is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that's going to help us to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. What I find most compelling about John's content here is that he gives us different variations. So he will show us 2 or 3 different recipes for a lot of the drinks that he makes, and where that comes from is either cultural differences. You know, I'm in Canada. I've asked him for a couple requests, which he's done. He does requests on his channel too. But also pop culture, like music, movies, and television might reference a drink made a certain way, or geographical differences. Rather than cultural differences, let's say, we might make our drinks differently. And Home Bartending with John will show us a little bit of that. He does a lot of product reviews on the channel as well, and some comparisons. He does series like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails. And the product reviews will give us a chance to decide whether we might enjoy something before we go and spend money on it, of course. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. Good to see you in the house, Lawn Lifters. Good to have you here as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Perfect Queen 33 is still here with us. So it's good to have you in the house. And then let's look at John's Shorts videos right now. This is Home Bartending with John. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what he's got here, by the way, but he will show us the tools we need behind the bar and what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished. He's got shorts on his channel that have gotten into 1,600, 2,300, 8,000 views on one of these. That one's still getting views for sure. And then live streams are something he's experimented with in the past. We'll see if he's going to pick those back up. But Home Bartending with John has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. One of our longest-standing silver members. He might be the longest-standing silver member on the channel. I might be mistaken about that, but it's got to be close. And what that means is we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he's here, even though Home Bartending with John is usually here. Thank you, sweet Melissa, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. And Jennifer Ocean Homestead said they grew up in Windsor, which is a city in the very southwest corner of Ontario, Canada, where it's about 4 hours away from myself, about 2 hours away from our friend Just Jason Keto and more. I always forget to mention the fact that Scratch and Pete PA is a fellow Canadian as well. I always forget to mention it, but he is. So he's enjoying the heat wave also. And then... yes, just Jennifer Ocean Homestead can give us some insight as to a couple of different parts of Canada and their climates. Thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. Forgive me, sweet Melissa. I always do this to John, and still to this day, I don't know why I always forget. Just Jason Keto, pardon me, what am I thinking of? Home Bartending with John has a second channel called The Pipe Guy, and it's weird that I forget this because it's such an interesting and unique, one-of-a-kind channel in the Superchat family. What he does is make industrial pipe lamps and other industrial pipe art, and you get an idea from a couple of these thumbnails what he's doing on the channel. So I'm hoping we'll see a little bit more from Home Bartending with John, but this is another crafty idea, which is unique. Like I said, I've never seen this before. So very, very cool. He's got 34 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the first 100. And I think what I'm going to do actually is I'll drop the link for this channel as well. You got to spell that correctly, right? It's The Pipe Guy. But there's a link for it if you want to get right to that channel. I should be putting that up every time we look at Home Bartending with John, and I forget almost every single time. So thank you, Scratch and PPA, again for that. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities in the house. That's our dear friend Charlene Heel. I think she is a member right now. She's had a membership many times. I'm going to put her channel on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Sweet Melissa is somebody who lets us know they're a member of a lot of different product review and testing sites or programs. And what they do is they bring the things that they are meant to test or review into their YouTube videos. So there's a lot of variety here. We see all kinds of different stuff. The snacks are what I notice most often, but there's bath and beauty products here. There's household items here, and it's pure variety on this channel when it comes to the things they unbox. So I'm going to grab the latest video, put that in that catch-up playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. Sweet Melissa's here with us for every stream, for which I'm grateful as well. They've got 190 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 200 that they're thinking about. And Mr. Fulton Mraz, I see, has some more information, more news for us in the chat with a special guest doing an interview tomorrow. I've been lucky to have been interviewed on his channel, and he does lots of those interviews as well. Sweet Melissa has got shorts on the channel at 2,100 and even 7,000 views on a newer one, and hopefully she'll post more and more, and those will continue to grow, and we may even see some surpass those. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sweet Melissa. I also see this creator out supporting others, which is great. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And Chris's Clever Craft is coming up next. So what we're going to do right now is take another break. We'll go for quite a few minutes here, because what I'll do before the official break is play another clip from our interview series. We talked about this before. Chris and Larry Homestead was in the chat earlier, and they're expected to be our 5th guest in a series that's already got 4 episodes recorded. These conversations go on for an hour to 2 hours each. And the creators that have been featured are longtime friends of Superchat, all for about 3 years or so, and they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back, you know. Mm-hmm. So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay. But
we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right. So
there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of
there you go,
you know, and you know, and so that I've put back in, because remember, I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that, I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
and I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So even though, but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yep.
Definitely.
Improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're just about back. Hopefully, like I said, everybody's enjoying those clips from that interview series. One of the things that you may not have seen if you've only been with Superchat for the last year to year and a half is a couple of special interviews that we did for some special edition live streams. So episode 100, 200, 300, and 400. I was joined by what we know as my YouTube BFF, which is now Elevate with Vern. And she is well versed in all things YouTube. She is one of the first creators I met in the small YouTuber community that was influential to me and inspirational in the creation of this channel in the first place. She joined me where we could talk for a couple hours each time about YouTube, and some of the information will still be relevant today. So if you are enjoying those clips and waiting for the next episode to drop in a couple of weeks, I hope you'll go back and watch those replays. Again, episode 100, 200, 300, and 400, where I was joined with Elevate with Vern. So I cleared a few names off of the wheel. So for any members that have not been on the screen yet that are still listening or watching, please just be active in the chat and I'll put you back on the wheel. Silent Silver just came in. I put them on. P&J's Homestead Adventure, Backyard Trucker, Marketplace Boutique, and Charlene Heel are all still there. And then I was overdue for adding a name onto the wheel from our chat list, actually, so I'm going to do that right now. Bella's Whisper Farmstead. It's no surprise that that channel should be added right away. We'll take it one at a time, and then I'll add some more names to our wheel as we need them. I usually do that when we get around to 5 or 6 names. So Kaiser Gaming YT is a gaming channel that was started by our dear friend Chris's Clever Craft. He's been with the Superchat family since pretty much the very beginning. He's been with us about 4 years, and he brings fun into everything that he does. But he has been working like crazy on this channel. 880 subscribers. It's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. And this creator is posting every single day, usually more than once a day as a matter of fact, and playing a couple of different games, Pixel Gun 3D and Fortnite, and playing on Android actually, which I didn't realize. I should have known because it was probably written there all along. But this is really cool. And then I'm going to grab one of the latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I always use to keep caught up with creator shorts on this channel. I've gotten into 2,700 views, 9,000 on one, 10,000 on another one. And then live streams are something they've experimented with a couple of times as well. Now, Chris's Clever Craft, like I said, brings fun into everything he does. He will bring us around his interesting property for a look around, a lot of do-it-yourself videos, sometimes a story to be told, an unboxing, or a shout out for another creator. When we get to this channel, we see mostly outdoor content, but he does bring us inside as well and introduces us to an interesting concept of bartering, where he's literally trading like physical labor for a car, which I think is really, really cool. And he just put a few of these videos out, as well as some of the shorts feature a lot of work that he's done at 3,200 views, one at 18,000. This one seems to continue to get views, by the way. Live streams on the channel are something he's experimented with, and this channel is sitting very close to 600 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone as well. And Chris's Clever Craft, obviously, is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who is going to come up next. Traveling Fools, good to see you in the house. Yo to you. And Marketplace Boutique is coming up right now. This is Jody. She's got an interesting story behind her channel. I'll talk about it in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So the next channel that we're looking at is Marketplace Boutique, and she's collaborated many times with Backyard Trucker, so we'll look at that channel next. They're often not too far behind each other. Marketplace Boutique has been working in e-commerce since 1998 when they were looking for a career change while they were working in law. And they wanted something that would let them spend more time at home. And they found platforms like eBay, which allowed them to buy and sell. And they show us how they do that kind of thing. They even take us shopping with them to show us how they find some of the things that they end up selling. Often what they'll do is buy, let's say, a jewelry box full of jewelry and then separate all the items out to sell those. They give us the ins and outs of eBay. And they talk about things like shipping and listing. Christina Payne, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And hopefully everybody who's brand new today is feeling welcome. I know we've had a couple new channels today. When we look at Marketplace Boutique, we see that she posts frequently. And then she's got some shorts on the channel, and like most creators, regardless of category or niche, she brings variety into her shorts videos. 12,000, 14,000, even 19,000 views on a few of these. Live streams are something she's been experimenting with quite a bit lately, and like I said, collaborating with Backyard Trucker a lot of the time. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. She was just live a couple of days ago. Sometimes she's taking us for a walk as well. And we would love to catch her as often as possible. That's why we keep the notification bell on for every single channel. We'll talk about Backyard Trucker in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So when we look at Backyard Trucker, we see a creator that takes us on the road a lot of the time, but they do a bit of their own repairs as well. So they're driving a Peterbilt here, and I'm just going to grab the notification for a premiere they've got coming up tomorrow, as a matter of fact, right around this time, about 23 hours from now. So I always put videos that I haven't seen, or at least one from each creator that gets on the screen here, into a special playlist called Catch Up there, so I can catch up with them. And then shorts on this channel have done really well on some of these, especially with dash cam footage. They've gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views on a couple of these. And then live streams where sometimes they take us on the road. I've caught them a couple of times for that. I thought I just caught you for one of these. Has it been 2 weeks already? I thought I caught you, unless I came in with the wrong account, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was it. Hopefully I'll catch you again, but sometimes they're live, like I said, collaborating with Marketplace Boutique, and I'm always happy to see creators collaborating in different ways. It's a great way to grow your channel quickly. You're almost always guaranteed to grab some new friends and family members for your channel when you collaborate with others. So I'm going to get Mike and Rihanna's Adventures onto the wheel right now. I'll get one more channel and then I'll spin. We'll get Calico Panthers Catch a Deal. That's another creator. Actually, both of these creators have more than one channel. We'll look at all of them. CNS Travel is a member. We're going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And again, for any members that haven't already been on the screen today, just please be active in the chat. I'll make sure to get you on there. I usually clear out a few names off the wheel after we get past the halfway mark in the stream. CNS Travel is going to take P&J's Homestead Adventures place there. And when we look at P&J's Homestead Adventure, Paula and Jason are incredibly supportive creators. They're here with us in Tuber Chat just about every single day. I see them out supporting others constantly, and they let us know as well. They're in New York State, and they like to bring projects to the videos on their channel from around their homestead. They love the outdoors. They garden, preserve, and they share their favorite recipes, pardon me, as well. They also collaborate with others. They got involved in the garden tour club that was hosted by our dear friend Gail Southern Living. And then I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. Best weed spray works in 24 hours or less. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. And when I can cross the border, I'm going to come and get some of that, because in Canada, we're not allowed to use anything. We got services like, we've got one called Weed Man here, which somebody told me the other day does a good job. Like, they'll actually come and get stuff that we probably aren't allowed to use as consumers, but it's really hard to find good stuff. So what we recommend is always crossing the border and grabbing cases of stuff that we otherwise wouldn't have in Canada. So shorts on this channel as well. I've gotten into 2,200, 2,500 views and beyond. And because they're in New York State, they're able to bring us all 4 seasons. We get a bit of those fall colors as long with some winter weather. And then, of course, they're enjoying the heat in the summer, I'm sure. And live streams are something they've experimented with. So we'll see if they're going to keep those up. They just did that a month ago. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So Calico Panthers Catch a Deal is the last channel I added to the wheel. We're going to look at both of this creator's channels right now. They've actually been a long-time friend. I think they've been with us for what's getting on about 4 years as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So when we look at Calico Panthers Catch a Deal, this is a creator with 2 channels. We'll look at their other one shortly. You know the name, Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. I'll put that up in a moment. Now, Calico Panthers Catch a Deal is a fairly new channel. And then they say they're going to share some horrific items that they find and offer them at pretty good deals. Kitty Mom Adventures is where we know this creator originally. They've reset and restarted a couple of channels and renamed over the years. They got a few videos over here, and they've started posting some shorts as well. These have gotten into now 24 views, 41 views. As they post more and more, they'll likely start climbing towards that 100, and then we'll eventually get into the thousands, I'm sure. And then when we look at Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By, we see a channel where this creator wants to inspire us in a spiritual way, particularly with the shorts videos on the channel. These have gotten into 2,600, 2,700 views and beyond. Videos are something that they do occasionally, usually bringing us a bit of a haul or giving us a look at what's for dinner or potential meal ideas. And then when we get into live streams, the conversation can go just about anywhere once they start. But like I said, this is a long time friend, and they're here with us frequently in Superchat as well. They're getting dangerously close to that 1,000 subscribers as well. That's an exciting and important milestone in all of our YouTube journey, so we'd like to push them a little bit closer towards that if we can, particularly towards 900 and oh goodness, they're at 965 right now, so we'd like to see them a little bit closer towards the 1,000 subscribers we know they're thinking about. Let me spin the wheel, and then we'll see who's next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The next channel is CNS Travel, and they're sitting at 78 subscribers right now. I'm just going to put their handle in the chat, even though it matches their name perfectly. And CNS Travel is enthusiastic about creating memories with loved ones, and they want to assist us in making our own memories as well. You can see they've collaborated with a few friendly faces over there. Sea Lake Journeys and Shanster Travels are both on the thumbnail there, and they got a premiere coming up tomorrow as well, pretty early, right before Scratch and PPA's Scratch Challenge video. So hopefully everybody will catch them for that. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, and that again is in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Shorts on their channel have gotten into 700 views and beyond, one over 1,700 though, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, we see they've done a couple of these. We're going to see if they're going to keep those up. They experimented with that a few months ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with CNS Travel. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. We know that the first 100 is as challenging as ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Lifestyle Travel Diaries, good to see you in the house. Rosie Wren, the queen of YT forever, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And they've been a gold member for quite some time, as a matter of fact. We see their link dropped every half hour or so automatically because they're a gold member. And then KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is going to say, what do you enjoy about being a YouTuber? I'll leave that for the chat to answer. Everybody can answer. Let us know what you like about the YouTube journey the most. I have the most common answer that I hear are the friendships that are made along the way, and I'd have to agree. A lot of the things we do start to feel like work. I think everybody can agree that YouTube is more work than we thought it was going to be when we started, but the friendships that are made along the way are the biggest thing in a lot of people's opinions that make that all worth it. So, Rosie Wren, the queen of YT forever, I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. I'm going to spin. We'll see who's coming up next. I think what we'll do now is take a short break. We'll put an extra one in today. We'll go for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come right back. Charlene Heel is going to come up, and then I'm going to put Blessed to Crochet on the wheel as well. Lewis Acre Farm Karma must be here. I see somebody saying hello to them. There you are. And I got Globies Travels onto the wheel as well. They happen to be a member. Yeah, I often interfere with conversations in the chat because I can't read everything that goes on while we're streaming, and I talk so much. So then I'll hop in and I'll read a comment that I wonder if it was for me. So Butler Family Farm was talking about missing Blessed to Crochet, I think, in their live. I missed it too. I was off for a while. YouTube was having a bit of a lot of glitches earlier in the day, and we tried to do a stream, but I couldn't get it to connect, so we just decided to postpone it until a little bit later. But I decided to do some running around and shuffle the day and come back. I always feel as bad as anybody about missing other people's streams and things like that, but this is where my catch-up list comes in that I talk about all the time. Playlists can be a great tool for keeping up with creators, especially if you're on YouTube. If you're passing by for a few minutes, you can't watch everything right away. You can make a playlist. And let me just show you something before I get to Charlene Heal here. I'll show you the catch-up list that I'm talking about. So when we look at playlists, here's my catch-up playlist, and you see all the videos that have been run already. Now I'll show you something interesting. There's Rosie Wren right there. You see how I've got my playlist ordered from the shortest videos to the longest? That's really easy to do. So all you have to do is grab the videos, and you could do this on a phone as well. And what I do is I put them in that order. And the reason why is because you can imagine if I'm running, if I have an hour and a half, if I got a half an hour or more that I can sit and watch videos and really pay attention, then what I can do is get through more videos than I otherwise would have, because I'm watching all the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and 4 minute ones first. So you can get through 20 videos in an hour easily, and then things like live stream replays and things like that. Look, Fairbrick Studio has a 2-hour video here. Fairbricks is doing another 3-hour fireplace here. The remaining remnant was letting something similar go. So those can just run. The creators are looking for watch hours with those more than anything else, right? But that's just an idea, but this is how playlists can be really helpful. And then, no, it wasn't the Wi-Fi. It was YouTube, but it might not have been everywhere in the world. And at the beginning of today's live stream, after the first channel, I showed a website that you can look at called Down Detector, D-O-W-N, like if a website is down. Down Detector will tell you if any online services are down, so that you know if it's your internet connection or them that's causing the problem. But if you want, just go back and watch the first 5 minutes of Tuber Chat today, and you'll see that website. And then thank you, Rushing Wind Mountain. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Roadkill Gaming Jory is still in the house, so I'm going to put them back on the wheel right now for any of our members that haven't been seen. If you're listening or watching, just please be active in the chat. Charlene Heal is another friend that's been with us for almost 4 years, and this is another creator I actually collaborated with a couple of times recently on both of her channels for StreamYard panels, where we were describing tips and tricks for, let's say, small channels, if we want to put it that way. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos here because I see I'm behind. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I was just showing you, and that will give me a chance to catch up with her. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and you'll notice she's right on the edge of 2,000 subscribers. We'd love to push her up and over that milestone if we can. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 5,000, even 7,000 views and beyond, and I think those two are newer ones too. And then she's got a couple of premieres coming up. One today, does that make sense? And then one coming up in a couple of days. So we always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. So I'm just going to get to one of her other channels here, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, where she's going to bring wealth, spirituality, and mindset to go along with the wellness coaching we know and love from her original channel. She posts frequently over here. I'm going to put a video from yesterday into my catch-up list here as well. She's monetized on this channel and working on 1,400 subscribers. Her shorts have gotten into 5,000 and well beyond 6,000 views, halfway to 7,000. And then live streams on the channel are chasing some watch hours here, so hopefully everybody will connect and see some of these pleasing visuals and audios mixed together. Charlene Heel has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter over all this time. I hope you'll connect with her and get some of that support coming back to you as well. And then Blessed to Crochet says tomorrow's their birthday, so I'm sorry we won't be streaming tomorrow, but happy birthday to Blessed to Crochet. All they want for their birthday is watch hours, so hopefully everybody will hop over there and run a playlist or watch a few videos. And then Silent Silver is coming up right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Is it unreasonable that I've got 3 fans running in an office that's supposed to be air conditioned as well? I got one like literally like beating right on my face right now, as well as you see one over in the corner there, and I don't know how well you can see it, but I've got like the coolest fan ever created in history. Kristen told me about it. She found it on sale at Costco. I think it was $40 Canadian or $50, right? So that fan, if you can sort of see it, is like a globe, and it goes not only side to side but up and down, and on the lowest setting it's literally silent. It's incredible. And it circulates the air like all around the room. Whether or not it matters, or I just love it because I think it's cool, doesn't matter. It's super cool, and I love it. So now I have 3 of them, as a matter of fact, because they're so great. And then Silent Silver is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator that wants to help us with precious metal stacking, and they will talk to us about the differences between precious metals and numismatic collectible coins, as well as they talk about preparedness on their channel as well. I happen to be a huge fan of precious metals. I think everybody can benefit from having some, and then Silent Silver will elaborate on that idea. They're officially on the road to 1,000 subscribers as well. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, and since they've now passed 900, that puts them officially on the road to 1K, of course. When we get into shorts videos on this channel, we see they've gotten into 6,200, 8,600, and beyond, and they've got a little bit of variety here, but mostly in line with their regular content, and then some live streams as well up to about a month ago. So they do these occasionally, once every month or two. We'll keep our notification bell on like we do for all creators, and then hopefully catch them for the next one. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Roadkill Gaming Jory is another longtime friend. I've lost track of how long this creator's been with us, as well as Phase Yoda, King Naruto, Luffy, Goku, who's in the chat now. Roadkill Gaming Jory just has one video so far, a PlayStation and Xbox comparison video. They've got a couple of shorts over here. Hopefully they'll post some more of those, but live streams are where the magic happens on this channel. And they've got some popular content here, meaning popular titles for these video games, of course, between Fortnite and Call of Duty, Apex Legends, we've seen many times as well. Roadkill Gaming Jory is with us frequently. They try to be here for every stream, and I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every time we're on, but Roadkill Gaming Jory is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'd love you to get some of that support coming back to you as well, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. And we're moving a little bit faster now, so we can stay up to another, let's say, 45 minutes or so if everybody would like to, but we're moving faster than we usually do. We're going to look at Globey's travels in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I wonder if I will forever call it Twitter. Cabaret Gaming shared on Twitter, so thank you for that. They always do. I'm actually not on Twitter every single day. I was for a while. Now I'm on it like every other day or something like that. I usually go on Facebook just to check notifications, and I got a couple people that message back and forth. It's where I get all my political extremist posts, both from the left and the right. That's how I follow the news. I have to make up my own mind about what on earth could be between the lines there. And then Instagram is where I'm found most often, as a lot of you know, because we have conversations there. Anybody can reach out anytime. Globies Travels is here to bring us travel content, both from close to their home and far away. They are in Memphis, Tennessee. Pardon me while I read through their about page here and make sure I'm not mistaken again. I know I've said it 1,000 times, so they are close to Memphis, Tennessee anyway. So they're bringing us around Tennessee in a lot of the videos, but they also travel, and then they bring us travel content when they take off for a vacation or otherwise are away from home. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're always bringing us to touristy type places with history lessons to go along with them. They've got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 6,900, 12,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with Globies Travels. They're working on 500 subscribers right now, which of course is an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And Globies Travels is here with us for just about every stream lately as well. And then thank you, Mark the Shark. Mark the Shark has found a permanent place on the shelf over there with a beautiful hat that he gave me that is embroidered, that says much love and aloha. That's Mark the Shark. He's a long time friend and a moderator on our music channel, I believe, as well. Plush Rush Inc. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I'm so sorry, Globies Travel. I don't know why I keep saying that every week and then every time we're on and then questioning it. I'm always like, I think they're from Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, I know that. Of course I do. We've talked about it and you've like solidified that like 3 times. I will try to do a better job when you can imagine it takes a little while to get to know channels, and especially the creators behind the channels. Some, have been here with us for, well, like I keep saying, years now, and some are with us just about every day, so it's easy to start to get to know people. But you wouldn't believe how many mistakes I make. I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody, and mess up a few simple, silly things here and there. But that's okay. We're all friends, so luckily everybody's patient. Globies Travels, like I said, from Memphis, Tennessee. There you go. It's funny because Tennessee is... I haven't been there, but I've got YouTuber friends that have been there many times. As soon as I decide and have available time to be able to cross the border for any amount of time, I expect to head that direction almost right away, just because I want to see it. So Globies Travels is, like I said, working on 500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Let's spin the wheel. And then, yeah, Plush Rush Inc. YouTube plays games with all of the different things that we look for, whether it's subscribers, our watch hours, our views, our likes, even our thumbs down disappear after a couple of days in a lot of cases. So notifications are something that has always been a little bit of a headache. What some people will recommend, and I don't want to officially recommend it, but what a lot of people recommend is just turning off the notifications for a channel, giving it a second, and then turning them back on. Or you could go as far as to unsubscribe and resubscribe. Again, I don't want to recommend it, but you could. And whether or not it helps, we'll never really know. But I have, you can imagine I'm subscribed literally to everybody here, so it's over 5,000 channels. I don't get 5,000 notifications every day or even every week. I do get hundreds. I probably get 200 to 300 notifications if I was to guess every day, but you can imagine that they just, they're never going to work properly because they can't, even though they give us the opportunity. So here's an example. And forgive me, I know I'm dancing all over the conversation here, but let's say a creator has a premiere or a live stream coming up. Why is there a button that says notify me if we have the notification bell on for the channel? Why does it even exist? So that's been a source of stress and frustration ever since they've added it. But it just goes along with the point, so maybe we don't get notifications for everything. But that would be a reason. Because a lot of times you're going to say, like, hey, why haven't I seen this friend in a while? They've been with us all the time. Or even if it's just once a month and now they're not showing up. You might go and look. First of all, make sure you're subscribed and have the notification bell on. A lot of times you find YouTube even takes the subscription away. Notifications have always been a topic of conversation because of that stuff. And then, Lewis Acre Farm Karma got a notification today. Not to mention, I was for a very long time. I've changed Tuber Chat, only tiny little things here and there over the last many years. I was for a very long time posting in advance so everybody could plan and know when the streams are going to come up. You could look at the front page and say, they're going to be on at Saturday at 3 o'clock. Okay, I'll be ready for that and, arrange time if you need to. But Tuber Chat has gotten unbelievably overwhelming again, or still, and it continues, for which I'm grateful, but it makes it very difficult not to disappoint a lot of people by not getting their channels on the screen. Not just because I talk too much, but because it's too many channels. You might be interested to know that over 100 channels on average come through every single stream. So now I've stopped promoting on social media. Enough people are doing it for us, so I don't need to do it, and I appreciate that as well. And I've started doing the streams as pop-up without making announcements about times or dates for the most part. If you're here, you might hear me say we plan to be here Thursday at 9 p.m., but that could change as well. So that's another reason why the notifications aren't going out as much as they otherwise would have, because there's no 30-minute notifications anymore, right? So that's just an idea. But we change things all the time. And then, Lewis Acre Farm Karma gets notifications close to the end of the stream. That's possible. It depends what you're doing, right? And usually I start after the top of the hour. If you listen to a lot of radio or still watch television, you'll hear a lot of the hosts or announcers talk about the top of the hour. What they mean by that is right now for me it's 11:07. So at exactly 11 o'clock, that's the top of the hour, because in the old school clocks, the minute hand would be right at the top, right? So they call it the top of the hour. But if you go live before that, you have a chance of catching people before all of the, let's say, 11 o'clock streams and premieres start. If you start afterwards, you might miss a little bit at the beginning, but now you're going to get everybody that came on late, let's just say, because you were the last one on, the most recent notification, if that makes sense. So it's an idea. I usually start late, especially at night, because we reset the music channel at 9 o'clock my time, and then come on 5 minutes after 9 or something like that. So these are just ideas. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And when we look at Rosie Wren, the Queen of YT Forever, we see a creator that has been long connected with our dear friend Kid Wonder, who's been a friend of mine for about 5 years. So Rosie Wren, the Queen of Rosie Wren, the Queen of YT Forever, is a gold member and has been for a long time now. So we see her channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. She brings pure variety to her channel, so the conversation could go anywhere. She brings us both indoors and outdoors, mostly for a chance for a conversation and to get to know her. We've got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 600, almost 700 views. I'm sure they'll get into the 1,000 soon enough as she posts more and more. And then doing a lot of live streaming. Again, these can be just about anything, including StreamYard panels. And then I'll show you Kid Wonder as well. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder is the original channel where I know Kid Wonder from. He's renamed it over the last couple of years. And then they've got 21,000 subscribers, so Kid Wonder's been at this a long time. He's one of the first creators I met in the small YouTuber community after being on for a couple of years, and that's what inspired the creation of Superchat. Kid Wonder, as a matter of fact, was so supportive to me and to us when I was starting Superchat as a channel that he was the very first creator to be selected out of the Superchat family to be featured on episode number 2. He's had his other channels featured since then as well. So, he's monetized lots of ways to support him, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts have gotten into 1,400, 2,900 views. It's pure variety on this channel, a chance to get to know Kid, follow him in conversations about life, about work, and some video games as well. I'm just going to show you one more channel. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Gaming and Live Stream is another channel that they have where I've collaborated with Kid, and we played the 8-ball pool game that you often see on his channel. And then he's got lots of other gaming on the channel as well. Shorts over here have gotten into over 1,600 views, and then live streams on the channel are frequent as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with both Rosie Wren, the Queen of YT Forever, and the channel she shares with Kid Wonder now. And then we'll spin and we'll get to Mike and Rihanna's adventures. These are fellow Canadians. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Mike and Rihanna's adventures are from Medicine Hat, Alberta, and this is a couple's vlogging channel, and they bring us both indoors and outdoors. They do a ton of StreamYard panels. They get involved in other people's channels as well, so you'll see them collaborating with others. They could be outdoors for an adventure or an event. They could be indoors, giving us a chance to get to know them, or talking travel, because Mike became a travel agent over the last year. And then shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 5,800, 6,700 views. They, of course, can show us all 4 seasons, as most Canadians can. And then they've got a Sunday Fun series of live streams that's on every single week for as long as I can remember. The conversation can go just about anywhere once they get started over there as well. Matthews Bushcraft, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They happen to be a member, so I'll put them on the wheel right this second. And let me just grab a question here from Blessed to Crochet. What's my take on the policy YouTube has put out about simulcasting to multiple channels? They've been demonetizing for some channels for that. Well, thank you for bringing it to my attention, because to be honest with you, I hadn't heard of that. And I'm going to have to look at that right away. I'm literally making a note for myself about that. That would make a little bit of sense, because we know a lot of channels have been demonetized over the last long while. I was a little bit worried about the music channel, to be honest with you, because the idea of reused content. Now, we're not doing what reused content is, just reusing a lot of the same stuff, like the video that runs in the background. And the thumbnails are reused constantly. And even though I know better what the policy is for reused content, you still wonder. You know what I mean? So I didn't say very much, just hoping it would get monetized, but everything's been fine. It is monetized now. And then I'm going to have to look at that as an idea, because StreamYard added that as a feature a while ago, and it has been something that has helped channels get monetized faster than we've ever seen. So we'll have to see if that's something that's going to get discontinued, but I have a feeling there'll be a little bit of a war between those companies, because StreamYard would be making a lot more money from creators wanting to use it, because they've been able to simulcast to other channels. But I wonder if that's the thing, or if we're talking about reused content where people are just using the same content. Like, for instance, reaction videos might be an idea. You cannot use content that you did not create without adding a lot of extra commentary or value. And there's really a line in the sand. So it's almost tough to talk about. I almost recommend not using anything you didn't create ever, even though that's extreme. But it's just an idea. I never like to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, even when it sounds like I'm saying that. That's not my intention. It's just to give maybe a little bit of opinion. I don't even like to call it advice, because you can add that to what you already know, what your friends are going to tell you, and what you hear from other influencers, and then make your own decision what's best for your channel. But the more channels we hear from that have been demonetized, the more of a solid answer we can put together about why that's been happening. Yeah, Traveling Fools, that's interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have a better opinion or idea about that, because I haven't read it, but I will go read it. Yeah, exactly, Blessed to Crochet. I use StreamYard as well. I pay for it when I pay for StreamYard when it's time to do those interviews, because I don't use it all the time. We started Tuberchat with StreamYard, and I do love it. But I wanted more bells and whistles, and I'm a computer guy, so I moved over to OBS after, or now Streamlabs Desktop, but what was OBS a long time ago. But you might be able to even use them together, although paying for both of them would probably drive anybody bonkers in channels like what we're talking about here most of the time. And then yes, pardon me. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has a third channel that's growing as well. Let's look at Rihanna's life adventures here. And we'll see what she's got going on over here. And then we'll look for the third channel. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Just please remind me the name. I know it's Storm Chasers, but I forget the exact name of it. Rihanna's Life Adventures, 93 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the first 100. This is where we get to know Rihanna a little bit better, although Mike's featured here, of course, many times. A mix of indoor and outdoor content like we know and expect from Mike and Rihanna. And then shorts on this channel have also started to move into hundreds of views. And those will likely get into 1,000 and beyond as they post more and more. A bit of travel talk over here and some live streams that have been done. We'll expect more content from Rihanna's Life Adventures. And then I'm just going to grab their latest channel, and I'll put this one up for a quick second here. And then, so they're working on the first 100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. It's an important and exciting milestone for everyone, of course. And I'm just going to look through their videos here. They've got quite a few already, so I'm going to grab the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with their channel, see what they're doing over here. Shorts have started. As those continue to be posted, they'll likely grow as we'd expect. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Mike and Rihanna on all of their channels. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Yeah, there's lots of reaction channels out there. We have a friend who lost a channel of over 115,000 subscribers. And the icing on the cake for that channel was reaction videos when the Russia-Ukraine stuff started. You know, I never talk about any of that political stuff here. And I certainly never give any opinion. But when those reaction videos started, strikes started coming pretty quick. So that's something to think about. But anybody I would recommend to read the YouTube community guidelines as well as the terms of service. I know it's long-winded and everything else, but it's important. We are responsible for our content. If you put other people on your channel in a StreamYard panel and somebody goes off with something that YouTube does not want them to say, you are responsible and can get strikes or even have your channel deleted. Not that I want to scare anybody, but it's absolutely true, and we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So we just want to be conscious of it. That's why everything I do is so generic and middle of the road, let's just say. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I'll add some more names to the wheel shortly. What we're going to do right now is take a break for another 3.5 minutes. Right before we do, I'll play you one more clip from our video series that's now ready. The first episode's been posted. It's kind of like a podcast. It's an interview that goes on between an hour and 2 hours with many different creators. There's different episodes. The first two have been posted. One is going to premiere 2 weeks from now, and then the third and fourth episode have been recorded. Chris and Larry Homestead, who was here with us earlier today, should be our fifth episode. We're dropping these the first Saturday of every month, and these conversations, like I said, go on for an hour to 2 hours. And then as well, these creators have all been with Superchat for a long period of time, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back.
Yeah.
But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes we not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that shorts really help us have them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Blessed to Crochet. This is a creator that wants to talk about connecting with other creators as well. Social Media Grow Show, good to see you in the house. That's ironic. I was looking at something in the background, and just at the same time as you came in, I see that you might be live right now, and I just set the redirect so that after Tuber Chat we'll raid into Social Media Grow Show. That's a long time friend named Commander Vlogs, and he does a similar live stream to what we've got here. As a matter of fact, the way my screen is laid out was inspired by his screen, so you'll find that there. You'll be able to meet more friends and family members over there. I did a stream earlier today, or was about to, but YouTube was having all kinds of glitches. It wouldn't connect, so I just decided to push it a few hours later. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been on at this time. But as well, Social Media Grow Show, that's my friend Commander Vlogs. He'll help you grow your channel as well in a similar way to what we're doing here. Pardon me just for one more second. We're not going for 3 minutes. I'll be right back. And thank you, Social Media Grow Show, for that super chat. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel on the screen next. We always put super chatters on the screen right away when that happens. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. So Blessed to Crochet is sitting over 700 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 800 we know that they're thinking about. I'm going to grab their latest video. They said they're trying something new here, so I'll be interested to see what you're doing with Topic Thursday. This channel as well has got some shorts videos, and these have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views. You can see this creator's always smiling, always laughing. Live streams are something that they've been doing fairly frequently as well. It looks like they're on just about every day, and they've got a couple set up for tomorrow, actually 2 of them. So this is, yes, Birthday Reflections. Blessed to Crochet said it was going to be their birthday. As a matter of fact, so pardon me for 1 second while I get Siri on the case here.
Okay, I added Lester Crochet's birthday for tomorrow 2:30.
Lester Crochet, there you go. Lester Crochet. So I'll try to make at least one of those tomorrow. I should be able to with no problem. And then Lester Crochet as well is going to bring a bit of variety, so we see a lot of conversation on the channel more than anything else. Different kinds of topics where everybody can kind of encourage each other as well, right? So hopefully everybody will connect with Lester Crochet and push them towards the 800 subscribers that they're thinking about, and then tomorrow we'll celebrate their birthday with them when we see each other in their live chats. I'll put up Social Media Grow Show right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So we're pretty much ahead today, and we've got time for quite a few channels. So I added a few onto the wheel. Travels and Gardening with DJ is there. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs, along with Gloria's Platter and Lewis Acre Farm. Karma are all on the wheel, so we'll spin again in a moment. I expect to start going a little bit faster, but we can stay up to almost another half an hour. What we'll do is we'll go through as many channels as we can in, let's say, the next 15 minutes, and I'll start dropping the link for Social Media Grow Show. You can see that they're live already. So this is Commander Vlogs with a second channel. He's live right now, and if I look at this, I'm not going to watch it, but you see what I mean about the screen. He's got a camera up here. He's got the event list here, very similar to the bottom of our screen there. And Commander Vlog's been a friend a long time. Let me give him his thumbs up here too. And then Social Media Grow Show is getting very close to 2,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. He goes live every day, I think. He's only got a couple videos over here. He was using the channel for a different purpose a long time ago and has now moved the Grow streams over there. And then he's got even 12,000 and 19,000 views on a couple of these shorts, which is great to see. But you can see the idea of the Grow Show. and where he helps us meet more friends and family members over there. Of course, he's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Commander Vlogs is his original channel, and you can see he's getting close to 40,000 subscribers over here. He does pure variety on his channel. He could literally be doing anything. He could be doing a product review. He could be taking us outdoors, giving us a story to be told, or he's done grow streams here in the past. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 430,000, one over 3.2 million, which is great to see. That's likely led to a lot of fantastic growth. And then live streams over here. Sometimes he gives us a behind the scenes look at the social media grow show with a live stream from the background here, and then hopefully everybody will connect with him here. Of course, that channel's monetized as well. Lewis Acre Farm Karma, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Social Media Grow Show just did the same thing. Thank you both. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. For that reason, we'll put those channels up on the screen right away. Pardon me, we always put super chatters on the screen as soon as that happens. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And as a matter of fact, yes, Lewis Acre Farm took over the stream boss position. Every super chat and membership, along with highlighted milestone messages, knock a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock that out takes over and gets some extra exposure there. So that'll be Lewis Acre Farm Karma for a while. Kelly King 916, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And they just, oh no, your phone was stolen? I didn't even know that was still a thing, man. Things like phone theft hopefully are getting to be less and less because they're all tracked. When there was some heavy protesting last year in the States and people were trying to get into Apple stores and stuff, Apple was saying, like, listen, most of the stuff you took, you're not going to be able to use because they have the serial numbers and they can shut them all down. But that's really unfortunate, but thank you for coming in. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And King 916 has been a friend a long time now. Design with Emma, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And there's 10 the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. They were here as Calico Panthers Catch a Deal earlier. That's their original channel. They just gave us a second thumbs up, so thank you for that. Coffee Walks and whatever's, of course, in the house as well. So Lewis Acre Farm Karma, like I said, just dropped a super chat like Commander Vlogs did with his Social Media Grow Show channel. And this channel is somebody I'm still getting to know. They are giving us quite a bit of information about their life in Southwest Idaho, and they are talking about a lot of the things they do, a multi-purpose garden, for instance, and they want to be self-sufficient and take us along that journey as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking of. I'm just going to grab their latest video, put that into that catch-up playlist I keep talking about, where I keep caught up with creators. Shorts on their channel have gotten now into 2,500, even 6,100 views and beyond. We see Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead over there. And then it's great to see creators collaborating together. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they just did one today. They seem to be on at least once a week. Hopefully they'll keep that up, and hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Thank you, Cabarar Vlogs and Adventures. That's Cabarar Gaming with a second channel coming in with another thumbs up as well. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Matthews Bushcraft is here with 134 subscribers. And we'd love to push this creator towards the 200 we know they're thinking about. This creator talks to us about learning survival skills with them, and they literally do survival ideas that people of all ages can learn. They're talking about preparedness as well, and most of their content is outdoors, of course. So hopefully everybody will connect with Matthew's Bushcraft and see what they're doing. They've been with us a while now, a few months, and they've been here for just about every stream. So 2,100 views on one of these shorts videos and 2,800 on another one, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator And again, we'd love to push them towards the 200 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So the next channel we're looking at is Design with Emma, and this is a creator that's going to bring to us interior design. But they're going to talk to us about where we can find ideas, even if we're thinking budget-mindedly, if that's any kind of a word. And they show us where we can find some of the things that will help us achieve the different looks that we're going for with our interior design. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to somewhat keep caught up with them, even though you can see they post frequently. And they give us a lot of interesting looks and stories to be told about the inspiration in the looks that they create. And then Design with Emma as well has got a lot of variety in their shorts videos. We see this from a lot of creators. They've gotten into 22,000, 33,000 as well. And then live streams. They've got one coming up in a couple of days here. They just did one a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I don't think I've caught you live yet. Yeah, hopefully I'll catch you. I've got the notification bell on for sure. And I've got the notification for your next live stream on as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Design with Emma. We'd love to push them towards the 2,400 subscribers they're thinking about. I see Social Media Grow Show's coming in with another super chat there. And I know why they're doing that. Carl from Commander Vlogs has been doing this a long time. And he's going to make sure his name gets to the top of the event list. So if you look over there at the bottom center of the screen, that's what we call an event list. It's a built-in feature of Streamlabs. And then every Super Chat membership and highlighted milestone message usually ends up there at some point, although it's often delayed. But thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Again, my friend, Commander Vlogs from the Social Media Grow Show. So Travels and Gardening with DJ is coming up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then we're looking at Travels and Gardening with DJ. This channel's been changed up a couple of times, but they're already over 1,000 subscribers. They'd like to push towards the 1,100 that they're thinking about. Right before I talk about their content, so Social Media Grow Show in the chat has been a friend of mine since basically the beginning of Tuber Chat. So one of the closest friends that I've had when it comes to the idea of these growth streams or channels that are similar to Tuber Chat. Right? Because when people start YouTube channels, there's always the chance that there's going to be like the thought of competition, although I hope that's a lot more rare than I think it is. But it can happen. But then sometimes you find friends, which I've never seen in another industry before, where people say like, hey, we want to help you. Everybody helps each other over here. And that's what inspired this channel. It was really, really cool. Social Media Grow Show's been there pretty much from the beginning, but he's doing a grow stream right now. So after Tuber Chat, you'll be able to continue meeting friends and family members on his channel. I've already got the redirect set. I will start dropping the link when we go on break after this channel. We'll come back looking 4 or 5 more channels. So Travels and Gardening with DJ, we're going to talk about. Thank you, Design with Emma, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and they've done that many times before. And then when we look at the content on this channel, look at the About page, there's lots of information for everybody to read here. But they've changed up their channel a couple of times. I'm going to grab one of their recent videos, but a longer one, because I just want to give them the extra watch minutes, right? Every minute matters in a roundabout sort of way. So the video they put up about a week ago, I've got that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. So we're expecting travel and gardening content, similar to a homesteading type channel with a bit of travel there. Shorts on their channel have gotten into 1,500, 1,700 views and beyond, a bit more variety in those as well. And hopefully everybody, will connect with Travels and Gardening with DJ. And then Oliver Lifestyle Jamaica, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. And what I'm going to do right now, I'll add a couple more names onto the wheel. We'll go on a break for 3.5 minutes. I'm going to drop the link for Social Media Grow Show, who's live right now, and then we'll look at Gloria's platter. Pardon me. All right, we're looking at Gloria's Platter, who is a longtime dear friend of Tuber Chat. She's been with us almost from the beginning, so our friendship is getting on close to 4 years. She's closing in on 6,800 subscribers over here. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. And Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I've got them on the wheel. Diamond Art Queen Established 2020 was here earlier in the stream. I cleared a few names off the wheel, but I've got you back on there now. Pardon me, and they're one of our newest members and fairly new to the Tuber Chat family. And then let's talk about Gloria's Platter's content. Now, this creator, I'm likely behind with. I'm going to look at her videos right now. She's got a few more. I'm going to put one of the latest ones into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with her a bit. You'll find delicious looking content on her channel. She cooks a lot of cooks and bakes a lot of different things. One of the things she does really, really well is there's a few things actually I can talk about. So she'll always come up with a great question or comment for the purpose of getting people to leave comments on the video afterwards. So for instance, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? So she really knows how to get that interaction into her videos. She does a fantastic job with live streams. So she's very courteous about the idea of getting everything ready to go so that when she live streams, she can give us the full prep and cooking or baking with no fluff in the middle, right? Like, so it's pure action from beginning to end. And she's always got a vibrant community around her. She collaborates with other creators, of course. She's got some shorts on the channel with more delicious content and a little bit of variety over here. 18,000, 23,000 on a couple of these shorts videos. And this creator will occasionally bring us something a little bit different, like a shopping trip to Amazon or take us out to have a look at other touristy type ideas. So hopefully everybody will connect with Gloria's Platter. She has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter all of this time. And I'd love for some of that support to start coming back to you as well. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Now we're looking at KK's travel and education vlogs, and I can't believe for the life of me that this is the first time we're looking at this channel on the screen, but it might just be, so I may not have already been connected to this channel. I think they've got two different channels, and that's likely why, and forgive me because the name of the first one is not coming to me right away. So what I'm going to do, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm going to take your latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So let me spin the wheel right now. Oh, what is KK's channel? Isn't there do you have you did have a second channel, am I mistaken? Or is it just that we didn't have this channel on the screen ever before? I'm kind of amazed if that's the case, actually. So we'll go to Fairbrick Studio. And then, yeah, forgive me for that if I'm wrong. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So I'm going to drop the link again for Social Media Grow Show. That is Commander Vlogs with a second channel, of course. And everybody's free to go over there whenever you'd like. He's already live, and we can continue meeting friends and family members. Like we are here in Superchatter, very similar. Okay, and then, oh, so KK's live channel. Okay, I'll look at that the next time we have your channel on the screen then, but forgive me for that. Because KK's been with us a long, long time now. It's many, many, many months. I'm shocked to know that we haven't had your channel on the screen before. Fairbrick Studio is somebody who has been on the screen before many, many, many times. Could be 1 million by now because they're with us almost every single stream. Now, Fairbrick Studio started with Lego stop motion videos. And they got into a lot of video gameplay, mostly mobile games like this Lego Tower game, which they got me playing as well and sent over a bunch of help, for which I was grateful. Lately, they've been chasing a lot of watch hours, so they're doing some of these fireplace things, a little bit of relaxing music with some pleasing visuals and things like that. But they also do shout-out videos on their channel, and it's similar to what you'd expect from Superchat, but they're doing it in a video format. They've got shorts on the channel as well, which bring more video gameplay from 17,000, 18,000 views. And then live streams on the channel are something they have experimented with in the past. We'll see if they're going to do that again anytime soon. And hopefully everybody will connect with Fairbrick Studio. They're still doing Lego videos occasionally on their channel as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm just looking for a quick second here for KK's live channel. Let me put quotes and see if this does anything for it. This is it. Oh, plane spotting. Is that right? Oh, this might not be. Yes, okay, forgive me. That might not be the right channel. That's okay. We'll look at it for next time. And then when we get to Diamond Art Queen Established 2020, this is a fairly new entrant into the Tuber Chat family. So here they are right here. They got 59 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. We know it's an important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And let's have a look at what they've got going on their channel. This is Cassie, and they're giving us a bit of information on their About page. They've got quite a few videos here, a chance to get to know them, some Temu hauls here, and then some shorts videos that have gotten into 400 and almost 500 views, which is great to see. So hopefully those will continue, and then some live streams with some StreamYard panels as well. And that's a great way to grow your channel by collaborating with a lot of other creators as well. So I'm looking forward to getting to know this channel and creator better. Diamond Art Queen Established 2020. And then I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get our next channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen is coming up right now. We'll see what she's got going on her channel with Mike. They've got 1,100 subscribers now, working on 1,200. They've got a brand new video from a couple of days ago. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. More farmsteading, homesteading type content, mostly outdoor content on this channel, although they do a lot of do-it-yourself work, especially on that barn dominium that they're working on. 2,600, 3,100 views on the channel, and then live streams as well. So sorry I've been missing these lately. Hopefully I'll catch you again for one of these. I got the notification bell on, of course, like every other channel. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead is here with us just about every day as well. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time. So I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, and to our friends who run the stream in the background as well. We'll go over and visit Social Media Grow Show right now. We can continue meeting friends and family members the way we do here. I'll leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do, and then I'll see you over there. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to our moderators. Thanks, Scratch and Pete, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.